Singer-songwriter Matt Goss is leaving Caesar's Palace after 6.5 years. The show that takes place at the Gossy Room, the former Cleopatra's Barge there, is going to close on September 24th. Sad news there. And Cirque is celebrating the Beatles' Love 10-year anniversary. That's tomorrow, and I guess Paul McCartney is going to be in town with a whole list of others. It's going to be a really exciting night. That's why we have John Katsilometes from the Las Vegas Sun here. He writes the Cats Report, and we're talking about all these things.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's get to Matt. This is a devastating news, I think, for a lot of people that have went to the show year after year after year. I was counting. I think I may have been to the show like 100 times, seriously.
Wow, okay.
At least once a month, and then if you add up 6.5 years.
It's easy to roll up that kind of number. I haven't put my own number on it, but it's up there. It's up there, and the reason I've gone to it so much is because it's a great hang. It's a great time, and I was, as I wrote in the column when we wrote about this on Monday in my column, it's a bittersweet moment. You know, I know Matt's going to make money playing music and writing music and performing. But for me, I've lost one of my favorite destinations, and I think a lot of people in Las Vegas agree with that.
Yeah,
with me.
I definitely think so. It's such a classic place, you know, Caesar's Palace. They've upgraded so many different things there, and it's kind of like, you know, I like that room. I like it because it's cocktail tables and it's fun and the vibe is great. I mean, I'm sad to see that close down as well.
It's a unique place, you know, and I think what Matt has delivered over the last 6.5 years is something that has reminded us of the great heyday of small venue entertainment in Las Vegas. You know, this is the kind of show that reminded you of Louis Prima, Keely Smith. You know, it was a very, you know, it's almost a cliche, but Rat Packian, you know, swagger vibe, whatever you want to say. And in the old days, there was a lot more of that going on, and Matt was the example of what it felt like to be in Las Vegas in those days, and he really delivered it well. And on top of that, has a great collection of originals.
Right.
And he delivered flawless performances all the way through.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, I just hope that he's not leaving Las Vegas. I know that he's been in talks with other people, and I mean, we can't have this kind of show go away. This kind of talent.
I absolutely think I agree with you on that. This is the kind of show that should almost be protected by some, you know, public trust. But we'll see what happens with Matt. I'm very optimistic about his career generally. And we'll see what happens with the room. You know, I know that Caesars Entertainment has plans for that room, and there's going to be live music in that room post Matt Goss.
Yeah.
And so we'll look at the evolution of the Gossy Lounge and the Gossy Room and what that means.
Wow, we got to keep that around. Okay, so the Beatles' Love is celebrating 10 years. I remember being at the 5-year anniversary red carpet, and Paul McCartney was there, and Yoko Ono, and now this is all happening again 5 years later.
They're coming back. Paul and Ringo will be there. Yoko will be there. Olivia Harrison, who's the widow of George Harrison. Danny Harrison, George's son. Sean Ono Lennon, John and Yoko's son. The whole Giles Martin, who's redone the music, are all coming back to celebrate the 10th anniversary, which the show opened in June of 2006, and they've done a refreshing of it in terms of video technology, and the sound of the show is improved. They've added a couple of numbers, including Twist and Shout at the top, right?
Yeah.
The places I Am the Walrus, and the show really kicks off when that song is performed.
Right.
And that's one of their great early rock and roll originals. And I thought that was one thing that the show did lack originally, was one of those great I Saw Her Standing There, you know, or Twist and Shout, one of those types of songs.
Right.
And they got one in.
Okay, so that's tomorrow, or that's Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Red carpet, maybe we'll see Paul McCartney.
They're supposed to walk it at 6:30, folks. If you're Beatles fans, I won't say stalkers. But if you're Beatles fans, at 6:30 at the theater entrance is when this is all supposed to go. And I remember at the 5th anniversary you mentioned, and at the opening in '06, lots of people there to get a Beatles sighting. So, and I'll be there too.
Okay, thanks so much. If you want to see and read the Cats Report, you can go to the Las Vegas Sun website. There it is, and we'll be back after this.